Hey, what's up everybody? How you guys doing today? Thanks for coming out to my crazy live stream. I definitely appreciate it. I think we got this thing just about ready to rock and roll. How is everyone doing today? So yeah, we're just about ready to rock and just about ready to roll. So, thank you for being here. Who do we got? We got McVin, we got Dan. Hello, hello. Eddie, good to see ya. Ryan, what's up, my man? Tyburn, hello, hello. Alright, let me go ahead and get my screen up on there. There we go. Let me fix the camera a little bit. That should be good. Alright. How is everybody today? Thank you for being here. I think we're pretty much set up and ready to run. So today is going to be Showdown live stream day. Let me go see what's in the Showdown and even if I even have anything. Hopefully I have something that'll work for the Showdown. Let's find out. Whoa, crab sandwiches. Hey, look at that deal for 30 bucks. I don't know. Oh, wait. Never mind. That's the race pass. That's the race pass. These things always trick me. They pop up on the screen. I'm like, oh, man, I can get all 3 of those cars for 30 bucks. I'm like, oh, that's great. And then I'm like, oh, it's the race pass. It tricked me. How rude. Donna must have done that, right? I blame Donna. 100% Donna did it. All right. Ryan says, been working over 8 hours already today. Hopefully you can get off pretty soon. Working long hours is a pain in the butt. But, you know, sometimes I guess you gotta do it. Long hours is never fun, that's for sure. Never fun. All right. So what do we got? Let's see what cars are available for this. And figure out what we're going to use today. So I got a Huracan. I got a Supra. What do you think, guys? Should I use the Tier 4 Viper? That'll probably lose every race, right? Should we use the Tier 4 Viper and lose every race? Or should we use the Supra? I think we'll go with the Supra. I think we'll go with the Supra. I love this car, actually. This is one of my favorite cars. Hey, Frankie. How's it going, buddy? Good to see ya. Oh, you're from Vegas. Cool, cool. I've never been to Vegas. When I was out in, when I was out there in Phoenix, I was always like, man, I should go see Vegas and California, but I was too lazy to drive there. I was like, I just drove like 3,000 miles to Arizona to get to Phoenix. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to drive another several thousand miles. So I didn't do it. I wanted to, but I didn't. All right, let's see what my car ran. There we got a 7-0. All right, so I do have this car maxed out. Oh yeah, the bot was super slow, Loot. How you doing today? Hey, Kenny, what's up, buddy? Good to see ya. Deveron, what's up, bud? Nice to see you as well. I appreciate everybody coming out. J244, what's up, buddy? He said, I got smoked by a Supra. Yeah, unfortunately, if you don't have the Supra, or if somebody else's Supra is maxed out or faster than yours, then unfortunately, it's going to be a rough, right? The Showdown is the fastest car. Did I just say the Showdown is the fastest car? The Supra is hands down the fastest car for the Showdown, so yeah. That's the car you need to get to the top of the Showdown. Sometimes I wonder why my brain is broken, because I say some weird stuff that doesn't necessarily make sense. Do I always like Zynga games? I don't know if I've ever played any other Zynga games, to tell you the truth. I think I played for a brief period of time. I think I was playing Farmville on Facebook or something with one of my lady friends, but I don't know. I think that's a Zynga game, but yeah. There was like a month or two where I was playing Farmville with a friend, and well, you know, it was okay, but we got William D. What's up, my man? How's your day going? Miguel Colio, what's up, buddy? Alright, any tips to max out the Supra? Matthew, unfortunately, there's not much you can do other than open crates, right? If you do any Elite Tuner events for the Supra, that'll give you some parts for it. You're probably going to have to get the rest of the parts out of the crates. What's up, Neto? How are you doing today? Loot says, lady friends, Danny, you dog. William D says, it's a good day to be alive. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can get to the very top of the showdown and beat everybody. We're gonna kick everybody in the butt. Yeah, I don't even really know what other games Zynga makes, to tell you the truth. I got a YouTube channel for this game, and I have another one for a game called War Robots. So between those two games, I don't have time to play anything else, unfortunately. I think I actually downloaded a couple of games on Steam recently, and I just never had the time to try them out. Like I got the P-Bug Battlegrounds mobile or whatever. I downloaded that like 4 months ago, and I still haven't got around to even playing it once, so... I used to play that on my phone and it was fun, but I don't have time for other games, unfortunately. Alright. So far this is pretty easy, but we're just racing the bots. So the question is, when are the bots going to go away? How long do we deal with these crazy bots? That's what I want to know. Bot racing is boring, but at least you're guaranteed to win. One of the nice things about the bots is at least they give you some free points and prizes, right? Loot says... Prism? I don't know what that is, actually. Hey, Brandon. Any tips to join your crew? I average around 900,000 to 1 million. So on the crew recruitment video I just made, I did post a link to my crew recruitment room. I think we have a couple of people who are interested, so you can always join that room, and as soon as we do have a spot open, we can go in there and be like, hey, we're still looking for some members. I'm not sure if we've filled all the current spots or not. We may or may not have, but you can always join that room, and that's kind of like our waiting list room, so. But yeah, we use the Line app, so we have a waiting list room, or a recruitment room, I guess you would call it, to get into my crew. Generally, if there are people in there, and we need a player, we'll go into that room and say, hey, is anybody still interested in joining? And then we'll talk to whoever's interested and see if they seem like a good fit. But yeah, there's a link to our Line app room on the video I put out yesterday for crew recruitment. Where do rainbows go after being arrested? Where do rainbows go after being arrested? Oh, that was your answer. Prism, right? Prism. Okay, now I know why you said prism. Gotcha, gotcha. That's not what I would call a dad joke, but it was pretty bad. Pretty close. Pretty close to a dad joke, but not a bad joke, okay? Not bad. Lauren says close to 1K bots going away. Yeah, I think the bots, as soon as you lose, the bots stop, or once you hit a certain amount of trophies, I think that's when the bots stop as well. The game's kind of weird like that. I've never really paid attention to what makes you stop if your car is running really fast. I mean, they can't give you bots forever, right? At some point, they're going to have to stop giving you bots no matter what. Let's actually pay attention to how that works, because I've never looked at it, and no one's ever really asked me about that before, so I've never thought about it or paid attention to it. I mean, I've been playing this game for 8 years, and there's still stuff that I learned because I'm not a very observant person. If I'm not actually looking for something, I don't usually pay attention to it. That's one of my problems in life. So let's see how this works. Now I think that's a real person. That's a real person. So once I hit a certain number of trophies, I think it just says, all right, it's time to stop putting you up with bots. So how many trophies do we have right now? All right, so right around 800-ish trophies, they matched me up with a real player. That's kind of what I thought, but I wasn't 100% sure. But yeah, roughly 800 trophies, or as soon as you lose is where you start getting real people. But I don't think those placement races do anything. I mean, this poor guy has no chance. This poor guy has 0 chance of winning. I'm sorry, sir, but goodbye. Why would they match me up with that poor guy? You know what I mean? I wish they would really revamp the matchmaking a little bit on the showdowns. I even ran a really crappy time, and I still destroyed him. Matchmaking sucks for showdowns. I don't know. They actually did change it once, and a lot of people started down tuning cars, so they changed it back, which I guess I can understand. Ooh, he's got a golden Supra, guys. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I got a bad shift. I got a bad shift and I lost. Bummer. Bummer, bad shift. Brandon says when I try to join the group, it says group does not exist. Are you talking about the line app? That's weird. Huh. A couple people joined. I don't know why it's telling you that. Do you already have the line app? I don't know. That's odd. Yeah, you want to shift this thing right before it hits the red line. If you shift too early, you'll definitely run slow. Alright, so Loot says, true dude, like I get placed with people running 6 seconds while I'm running 11. Yeah, I mean, really, it places you by the amount of trophies you have and not the time your car is running. So if you pay attention to how many trophies I have versus how many trophies the opponent has, you'll notice they're a very similar amount of trophies, which is not really a fair way to do matchmaking if you're thinking about it. Well, that went too fast to even see. He had like 941. I didn't see my own because it was like, we're going to go really fast and you're not going to get to see it. And that was a bummer. Goodbye, car. I'm sorry I had to beat you up like that. But yeah, if I'm lucky enough to get a really good run, I might be able to hit 6.9s with this car, I think. But generally, I run like 7 zeros with it. That poor guy ran an 8.3. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Miguel Colio says, get your dollars ready for the new Fast and Furious event. I wonder how much it would cost. How much do you guys think it would cost to finish that Fast and Furious event? I would really love to have Brian Supra, but I can't spend like $800 to finish an event. Loot would like to see a Purple Star Abrith 500. Loot, the thing is, the majority of people don't want or care about tier 1 cars, so I don't think they're really going to do much with tier 1 cars. We do have some really good ones, but at the same time, we got some... Oh, that's a close race. That's a close race. Alright, guys. Do I single early shift, double early shift, or triple early shift this car? I don't remember. But somehow he had much better 0 to 60 time than I did. Triple, okay. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Normally I set this up for live racing, so I don't normally drive this in its maxed out form, but let's see what she runs there. But most of my cars, I live race them. I don't really do a whole lot of racing with maxed out cars. 7.052, yeah, triple early shift looks pretty good. Good race, sir. Good race, even though I beat you up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little car. Oh, you typed in damn, but you meant Danny. Gotta love these cars. J224. Jay, I wish you could just buy Brian Supra outright as well. I would love to have the Supra, and I would love to have the Eclipse, and I would love to have the Jetta. I want all 3 of those cars. Those are the 3 Fast and Furious cars I want. But I don't have any of them. Now, I do have the Ford Escort. That's a cool little tier 4 car. Fast and Furious Ford Escort. It looks like it's... yeah, we got a glitch. We got a visual glitch. Because it showed the other guy with no stars as well. I didn't even notice that. This game has a lot of like, if you haven't noticed, the game has a lot of issues and glitches and problems, and yeah. It's just a visual glitch. Sometimes you'll be on your Toyota Supra and it says, like, Ford Focus, and you're like, wait a second, that's not a Ford Focus. How are you telling me that's a Ford Focus? Gotta love this game, right? Gotta love it. Loot says CSR2 is just very money hungry. Pretty much all mobile games are designed to get you spending and keep you spending, so. Unfortunately, mobile games can be very expensive. If you open up your wallet, they'll take it all if you let them. Not just this game, but pretty much all mobile games. Miguel says, first event, you gain the Jetta. So the Jettas in that, like, all of the cars are old. Like, all the cars in this Fast and Furious event have been around for years and years and years. The only one that's actually new is Mia's car. Now, the Jetta, I don't remember if it had a low performance point, high Evo setup, or if it beat the dyno time, but back in the day when that car first came out, it was flooding the live racing lobbies. So I can't remember if it was a good dyno beater or if it was a low performance point, high Evo car. But the Jetta was doing great at live racing back in the day. That's a cool car. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third, fourth, nitrous. I really like this car. Somebody commented on my video where I was telling people this was a great car on yesterday, and they're like, oh, the Supra is trash. Oh, it's trash. It's a piece of crap. I think they actually used a bad word. They didn't say crap, but they said something similar. I'm like, why do people leave comments like this? This is an excellent car. I mean, this car is excellent. Excellent car. I think some people are just trolls or trying to ruin your day or something. But I don't know. I don't think anybody could dislike this car. Unless there's something wrong with them, or they're weird or stupid or a troll. I mean, I could understand if you maybe don't like the way this car drives. That would make sense. Like, if you don't like the shift pattern, that's the only reason I could see as to maybe not liking a car like this, right? There are some really good cars in the games, and I hate them because I don't like the way they shift. I'm not good at driving them, or I don't like driving them. But you can't say a car that's this nice is junk. But I just can't understand why somebody would say this car is trash. I really don't get that. My guess is it was just someone being rude and being a troll. Don't know. I mean, maybe they really don't like it, but I don't see how that's possible. I love this car. It's still one of my favorite cars out of all the cars in the game. This is one of my favorites. Ah, crap. Come on, go, little car. Yes. We must have had a couple more fusions installed than he did or something. Alright, Brandon says, I have all of Dom's muscle cars and his RX-7. Brandon, in this game, Dom's RX-7, is that in CSR? Are you talking about something else? I don't remember Dom having an RX-7 in this game. Then again, there's like 1,500 cars, so I don't know. How do you play on CD? Alright, so Trash Panda. You can, if you're an Android player, you can download something called LD Player or BlueStacks or Mimu. There's something called an Android emulator. And those allow you to play Android games on your PC. Now, if you're an iOS player, unfortunately, iOS doesn't allow anybody to make emulators with their operating systems, so you can only do that if you're an Android player. We and More says, how long have you been playing? Will we? I like your name, we. About 8 years. Probably going on 8 years now. This game was out for about a year when I started. Hey, Silent, what's up, buddy? If I miss anybody's comment, I'm sorry. As I'm playing, sometimes this, comments scroll by a little bit, and I know I probably missed some, but I try to read as many of them as possible. Oh, that was a close race. That was a good race. I liked his Supra in black, but I still like mine better. The one from the first movie. Is that actually in the game though? Does CSR2 have that? Alright, I got a stage 6 part for my Aston Martin. Woo, I like it. That'll probably help out. Alright, we're at 1,300 trophies. Oh yeah, Han had the Han's RX-7. I do remember that being in the game, I think. You know, I haven't seen the first Fast and Furious since, like... I bet it was like 2000... Maybe 2002 or 2005 was the last time I saw the first Fast and Furious. But I bet I watched that movie about 30 times. I remember when I was, it was around 2000, 2002, I'm guessing. I'm just taking a rough guess. But I remember I bought a surround sound stereo. And I watched that Fast and Furious so many times on that surround sound system. But I'm not much of a surround sound guy. Like, I'm more of a music person than a movie person, so... Generally, a really good 2-channel stereo receiver will give you better sound quality for music than like a 5.1 or 7.1 channel, because you're paying for one really high quality amplifier versus a receiver that's got like 7 different amplifiers in it. So like if you were to open up my stereo, there's these big giant Toronto transformers and the caps are huge. Like it's got such high quality stuff in it. But I'd only imagine like a 7-channel stereo that had that high quality stuff in it would probably cost a freaking fortune. But I've never really liked the way music sounded on a surround sound system. Even if you put it on 2-channel. Alright, so Dom's RX-7 is on CSR. Really? I don't remember that car. Wow, I'm going to have to look that up later. Alright. Hey Kyle. My day is alright, buddy. Hope yours is going good. Oh yeah, most of us who have been playing for a while have found the Easter egg at some point. I actually made a video about it once and somebody chewed me out for calling it an Easter egg. Somebody got mad and said, "That's like, oh my god." People get mad over everything. People get so angry over little things. I'm like, man, it was kind of funny. Sometimes you just gotta laugh when people get angry and yell at you for things like that. Suchi, how you doing today, buddy? Good to see ya. I don't really remember Dominic Toretto driving an RX-7, but most of you guys probably know my memory's horrible. I'm going to have to watch the original Fast and Furious again one of these days. I'll have to see if I can find it on one of those streaming services. I don't know. Somewhere's probably got to have it. I wonder if Tubi TV has the original Fast and Furious. I loved that movie. It was probably my favorite movie there for a couple of years. I mean, most of the time I watch a movie once, and I don't really ever want to watch it again. But that one I watched over and over, and I still don't remember it. That's the sad part. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, the night livery. Gotcha. Now I do remember it. I know exactly what you're talking about. Perfect, perfect. Yep, I know the car. Uh-oh. I didn't get my shift right. I still won, though. Got him. Got him. Tubi does awesome. Tubi's awesome. That's my favorite streaming service. And it's free. The thing I like about Tubi is even though you have to watch the commercials are quieter than whatever movie you're watching. Like some of those, the freaking commercial comes on and it's like 4 times louder and it blows your ears out. Hiccups, hold on. I got the hiccups. But I like Tubi. Tubi's awesome. Now, a long time ago, I had Netflix, and I remember I downloaded Tubi, and I'm like, you know what? This is better than Netflix. Now, I don't know what Netflix is like now, but I had it years ago. Like, I haven't had it for several years, but I didn't really like Netflix very much. I've heard it's gotten a lot better. Loot says Tubi's movies are kind of weird. I don't know why you're saying they're weird. There's probably like 50 bazillion movies on Tubi. And I'm sure there's some weird ones, but there's a lot of really good ones too. I think I just watched that DC movie Blue Beetle on there. That was good. There's a bunch of DC superhero movies. There's a bunch of old stuff. If you like old 80s movies like, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito in that Twins movie, there's a lot of stuff like that. If you like Japanimation, there's a bunch of that. If you like, I don't know, if you like old like Shirley Temple movies, that kind of stuff's on there. Like my mom watches all those old movies on it. So I think Tubi's got something for everybody. All right, William D likes Pluto. Yeah, you know, I had Pluto, but I didn't really care for it. I don't remember why. I think it was more like TV shows or something, but Pluto wasn't really my thing. I'm not much of a TV show person. I like movies, I don't really like series. But if I remember correctly, Pluto had a bunch of channels like you would see on television, but I never really found much I wanted to watch on there. I'm not really much of a movie or TV person, to tell you the truth. William D says Star Trek and Mythbusters. Now, I like Mythbusters. Don't really care for Star Trek. Bob Ross is cool, but not really my thing. Bob Ross, actually, you know, he had a great show. If you liked art, if you liked watching painting and art, that was a great show, but I'm not really into painting. Now, I did do my own oil painting once, and it turned out okay. Loot says, you kind of look like the guy from Mythbusters. You think so? I don't think so. I don't think I look like the Mythbusters guys, but... Alright, so... Drake, what's up, buddy? He says, I'm a quite new player, and I've got the time machine car. I'm getting good chunks of money with it in live races. 1 second. Let me finish this after the race. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, those were some good shifts. So my question is, should I continue upgrading that car? Alright, so bottom line is, if you're live racing with that car, and it's doing well, and that's really what you want to use it for, is just live racing, I wouldn't upgrade anything. Sometimes if you find a really good setup and you add even one more fusion part, the car may not perform the same, right? When you get the car to a good sweet spot where it's just working well for you, I would say leave it as it is. I mean, that's not really a car that you're going to be able to max out or anything unless you spent a huge amount of money. So I would leave it exactly how it is right now if you're having good luck live racing with it. If it's making like 1,200 respect points per win, you know, and you're getting some good money, leave it as it is. I have a lot of fun with mine. I mean, mine's on low upgrades, and I'm probably never going to upgrade it more. Ah, Max the Gamer is in the house. Oh, I got a really bad run right there. William D says, great to fall asleep with. What? Bob Ross? You like falling asleep with Bob Ross? I usually put on like some sort of History Channel documentary that makes me fall asleep. Max's work is killing me. That sucks, man. That sucks. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, nitrous. Come on, you can do it, little car. Yeah, that's one thing. Work will kill you for sure. If you let it. I feel like all I ever do is work too, but I enjoy what I do. That's the good news. I enjoy my work most of the 90% of the time. I enjoy what I do. I mean, I don't really get much free time, and it's a 7-day-a-week thing for me, but I really like it, so I can't complain too much. Everything I do, I get to work from home. I mean, I put in well over 100 hours a week, I would say, on everything I do, but it's nice, so it's good. I wish I did have a little more free time, but I don't know what I would do anyways, so. Alright. McVen wants to know, should he use his collection credits? Or should he get his car out of crates? Well, that depends. I mean, is there something else you want in collections that you're saving for? I guess that's really the thing. If there's something else you really want in collections, you might want to save your tokens until you can get that thing. But if there's nothing in there that you're like, I just got to have that, and you got the tokens laying around, then I think that's really going to be personal preference. Hey, Miguel, what's up, buddy? Miguel Martinez, how you doing today? All right, Brandon, you got over 200 cars maxed out. That's crazy. That's a lot of maxed out cars right there. I think I have got over 500 cars, but I have no idea how many of them are maxed out. Probably not that many. Can you get the Senna from Golden Key Crates? Alright, so this is how the Golden Key Crates and the Silver Key Crates work. Any Golden Star car can come out of Silver or Gold Crates. So if the car is Golden Stars, you can get it out of either one. If the car is Purple Stars, then it's not going to come out of the crates. So that's pretty much how the crates work. Now the thing is, there's 1,500 plus cars in the game, right? And the majority of the cars that come out of the crates are low tier junky cars. So getting a specific car out of the crates is rare. It's rare to get that one car you wanted out of there. It's actually rare to get a nice car out of the crates unless it's featured for an event or something. So it's not easy. All right. It is not easy at all. I can't remember if the Senna has a gold and a purple star version, but gold star cars can come out of silver or purple crates. Guys wants the Jetta. Yeah, I would love to have the Jetta. I don't know if they're gonna sell the Jetta for 20 bucks. Or if they're gonna have like a big thing where you have to buy like, you know, a 15 car Fast and Furious package. I'm not sure how they're gonna have those available, but I'm guessing they'll probably cost real money. You probably have to buy each car for real money and then, you know, level them up and lock them in. Kyle says, Brandon, how long you been playing for? But if Jesse's car is for sale for 20 bucks, I'll probably buy it. I've wanted that car for a long time. I like it. Max, are you out of here? Alright, Max is driving. Yeah, drive safe. Don't pay attention to us, man. Don't live stream and drive or something. I don't know. I said the wrong thing. Vivek, you're welcome, my friend. Ah, you got a Gamera. Gameras are awesome. I love the Gamera. It's one of my favorite cars in this game. Oh, I got a bad run there. Oh, it's a prize car? Yeah, I have no idea how they're going to set it up. I've just seen some of the videos, because, you know, we don't have access to that yet. Some people know how to get into the game files and read all that stuff, but... Saturn, how's it going? So normally I do live racing streams on Sundays. So what I normally do is I run a showdown on Friday and a live racing stream on Sunday. That's kind of how I normally do it. Good to see ya. Are the 4X bundles in the shop worth it? I don't know what bundles you currently have. They may be different than what I have, but sometimes, I mean, it just depends on the cars are good, but I don't know what's available for you, so I can't really answer that. Or how much it's going to cost you. What 4 cars are in the bundle, Jay? And what's the price? Let me look. Let's see if we have the same ones. Let's check out my bundles. They might be different than yours. They might be the same. I don't know. My understanding is different people have different deals. Sometimes. Alright, so there's a 4X bundle here. And it's broken. So let me click on the information. Alright, Utopia Roadster, the Senna, the Aurora Tora, the Devo. Is this the one? Is this the same thing you have? I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, I guess it really just depends on how much you like or want those cars. Those are some pretty nice cars. I mean, there are probably some cars in the game that are better than these, so... Now, me personally, I don't think I would buy this unless I was planning on doing the event, but... There may be better deals coming up later. I mean, some of these cars are pretty nice, but, you know, it's not really... It's not something I would purchase, honestly. Now, if you need those cars to run the event, then it's probably worth purchasing those cars for you, but I wouldn't buy those just to buy them. Not for almost $60, but... I'm picky. I'm very stingy on what I spend my money on and all that stuff. I don't mind buying a really good car for 20 bucks. Now, if that was like $30, I would say, yeah, you know, I might consider it. But almost 60 bucks, that's a lot of money. And then you got to get parts for all the cars and everything else. I mean, there's a couple cars in there that I like. There's a couple that I don't really care for. So, I don't know. That's a lot of money. I'm stingy and that's a lot of money. So, Ooh, is that new? Nope, already did it. I want to make sure there's nothing on the map that I need to do. All right. I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Wrong thing. I got a habit of clicking live racing. Brandon says, I was young playing the game back in the day. That's what we want right there. Why is everything in the game so expensive? People pay those prices, right? As long as people keep buying things at the high prices, they'll keep charging them. So for me and you, that might seem like a lot of money, but for some people, that's like, oh, no big deal, right? Some people have a huge wallet, and they can just kind of go buy whatever they want. But unfortunately, you know, it's not like that for all of us. Hey, Nitro, what's up, my man? How you doing? Awesome to see ya. Brandon says they need money to fund the company. See, that's true. Like, if people weren't buying things, these games wouldn't even exist. So that's 100% true, right? I mean, they probably could lower the prices. They probably charge more than they need to. But they gotta pay for the equipment to make the game. They gotta pay for the employees, rent on the buildings. They gotta pay for, I don't know, licenses to use the cars. So how much they actually need to charge for this stuff, I have no idea. But they gotta pay for all that junk. They got to pay to keep the servers running, and then they got to make a profit on top of it, or, you know, this game wouldn't exist if they weren't making money. So, yeah. Nitro, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. How's your day going, man? Nitro's enjoying his Friday afternoon. Good, good. Hope you got some time to relax. Yeah, Nitro hooks us up with the content account. Me and Max both use it, and that allows us to make videos and show you guys how to drive the cars and let you know if they're good and worth spending your money on, you know. I mean, that's really a big help to the community, so definitely a huge shout out to Nitro for that, because if it wasn't for stuff like that, I don't think there would be any YouTubers out there able to, you know, make videos about all the cars. I don't think any YouTuber out there that plays this game could afford to pay like $1,200 to max out one car just to show you how to drive it. Of course, it's not really $1,200, but man, it feels that way almost. Yeah, Nitro does a lot of stuff for the community as well. Like, I think he helps with the CSR World Record Sheet and one of the Discord servers and everything else. So Nitro does a lot of good stuff for the community. Which is really cool. That world record sheet's awesome. I just wish I could copy and paste. It won't let me copy and paste anything. That's a bummer. Being a dyslexic guy, I wish I could just copy and paste times off of it so I didn't have to type them in myself and mess it up. But it sucks being dyslexic and seeing numbers backwards. But hey, you know, it happens. Nitro says I should check out his Discord bot. Nitro, I don't even know what that is, my man. Send me a link or something. I don't know what your Discord bot is. Brandon says, thanks for the sheet. Helped me a lot. Yeah, Nitro does a lot of good stuff, guys. Nitro does a lot of stuff that helps this community out. He also has a YouTube channel. If you guys aren't, if you guys haven't seen it yet, he does have a YouTube channel. All right. Kyle says, Danny, thoughts on the race pass? Is it worth it? Yes. Here's the deal. You buy a race pass for about $10 US. You're getting a bunch of universal parts, and you get a couple of cars. I mean, in my opinion, it's worth it just to get the universal stage 6 parts and the extra fusion parts. And then if there's some good cars on there, you get that on top of it. So, yes, right now we got the McMurdy Sterling Goodwood in the race pass. That car is awesome. It's really hard to get parts for, unfortunately. But that's a really good live racing car. It doesn't require that many parts to make that car do well at live racing, but the Sterling Goodwood, that car is one of my favorite live racers, and it looks really cool. So $10 for that, plus all the other extra little stuff you get, totally worth it in my opinion. Brandon says F1 is also a good live racer. What, the McLaren F1? A lot of people love I don't really like the McLaren F1 very much personally, but a lot of people love that car. You can set it up in like, 6.8 lobby or something like that, and it does really good at live racing. Now, I will say one thing about playing on an emulator. It's harder to get good runs on the emulator than it is on your phone. Like, I get a lot of closer to 7-0 runs when I play this on my phone compared to the emulator. So I think the emulator doesn't run as well as a nice phone. Now, if you got a cheap, laggy, crappy phone, then the emulator would be better. But if it wasn't for the fact that, I make YouTube videos or live streaming, like if I were just playing this game for fun, I would never actually play it on the emulator. Only reason I do is for YouTube purposes, because it sucks trying to make YouTube videos off of a phone. But it is way harder to get good runs on this, at least for me. Hey Muhammad, how you doing today? Yeah, the GR Supra is really nice. I like that car a lot. Yeah, you gotta complete Legends. Don't you gotta get all of the... I think... Isn't there more than just completing Legends to get the McLaren F1? I think there might be a little bit more to it. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I finished Legends. Don't you have to restore every single Legends car and finish Legends? Isn't that what it is? Maybe I'm having a brain fart here, but something like that. It took me roughly a year and a half. From the time I started Legends to the time I finished took me roughly 1.5 years without spending any money. I think somebody asked how much money I've spent on this game. Very little. Very little. Now, if YouTube paid us more, I mean, I might make a video and it usually makes $3, $4, $5, right? YouTube doesn't, a video that gets a couple of thousand views doesn't really pay enough, so I can't afford to dump a whole lot of money onto the game. Now, if I had a giant wallet, I would spend all kinds of money on these games, but I don't have a giant wallet, so on my personal account, I probably average about $100 a year. Like when they put out a car for $20, I don't mind buying a $20 car 2, 3, 4, 5 times a year or something like that, you know. Now, if YouTube paid us a little more, I would probably spend more than $100 a year on the game. I'd probably spend a few $100s a year. I probably still wouldn't spend like crazy amounts because I don't know. I don't know. I guess maybe if I had a big giant wallet, then things would be different and I would spend millions. I don't know. I'm just being silly, but if I were super rich, though, I wouldn't mind spending a little bit of money on that, but I would rather like feed like hungry kids than spend thousands of dollars on a video game, you know what I mean? That's just kind of how I am, but I don't know, I just buy a few things here and there. I've never bought like game cash, I've never bought keys, I've never really bought parts. Mainly I just buy a $20 car when I find one that I like. Stacks, you out of here, buddy? I think Stacks is leaving. Have a good one, buddy. Awesome to see you. Thank you for being here. You know, it's kind of crazy how many people are driving their car better than me. Brandon says the Gobstopper is a favorite of mine. I like the Gobstopper. That's a cool car. I think the Gobstopper is super cool. I think that was a Showdown prize, and I was like one race away from getting it. It sucked. I would get up to like one race away, then I would lose a few. Then I'd go back to one race away, then I would lose a few. And I was never able to get the Gobstopper, but yeah, that's a cool car. I like that one. It's a Subaru. Subaru WRX Gobstopper is very cool. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I got some good shifts there. I think I won. All right. All right, so Vivek says, when after a while people stop racing you in a particular lobby, it happens with me when I use Gamera. All right, so if you're racing a car people know they're probably going to lose against, a lot of people won't race that car. Or if you race somebody and you beat them, there's a pretty good chance they don't want to race you again. So if you get to the point where nobody in the live racing lobby wants to race you, if you've been in that same lobby for 5 or 10 minutes and you leave, generally, I don't know if it's still like this. I haven't paid much attention lately, but normally after you're in a lobby for 5 or 10 minutes, if you leave, go back to your garage and go back out there, it'll normally put you in a different lobby. So if nobody in your current lobby wants to race you, maybe try and leave and come back and see if you can get into a different lobby. But there are certain cars that a lot of people are scared to race. All right, William D. What about wait. He told somebody to become a blonde with big boobs and a teeny bikini. Wait, what? What's going on now? I don't know if it's that kind of live stream, man. Nitro says you can get back up to speed on Legends soon because they will release a V2. If they're releasing more Legends cars, I am not going to like that. Please don't tell me they're actually going to be releasing more Legends cars. I hated every second of restoring those Legends cars. Ugh! No! I hate Legends! I hate Legends. I hate Legends! I hate Legends! It's the worst! What's up, Vincent? He says, hey, Danny Lightning, how are you? I'm doing good, buddy. How about yourself? You just got a Gamera and a Jesco. All right. Both of those cars are really cool. I mean, personally, I really like the Gamera if you know how to set it up. They're both different cars. I mean, I haven't driven a Jesco in a long time, so I don't really remember how you tune the Jesco. But my guess is they're probably pretty different. I'm not sure if I've ever made a video for a Jesco or not, but I don't think they're going to be the same. I mean, most cars tune differently, shift differently, drive differently. If you're looking for live racing setups, I mean, most cars are going to live race differently. Now, the Jesco, I think the Jesco is really known for beating the dyno time. Like, I think it's a crazy dyno beating car. But the Gamera, you can set that thing up on low parts. Like, you don't need a whole lot of parts to make the Gamera really good at live racing. I don't remember Jesco being the same. Does anybody remember if the Jesco has a low performance point iEvo setup? I don't think that it does. But they're very different cars. I mean, they're not going to tune or shift the same. The Gamera is a really weird car. It's different than, like, the way it drives, the way it shifts, the stuff you can do with it. It's very different than any other car in the game, in my opinion. The Gamera is a really weird car, but in a good way. It's different. It's a complicated, weird car that can do a lot of things really well, but it's weird. I don't know how else to explain it. All right, Connor, what's up, buddy? He says, "Hey, Danny, do you have any idea why the weekly Elite Cup?" So normally I think the weekly Elite Cup starts on Mondays and it runs for like 3 or 4 days in a row, and then it disappears for a couple of days and then it comes back. So generally, I think it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think it runs on Thursday as well. Like I said, I've always got a crappy memory, but I think it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly Thursday that the Elite Cup runs, if I remember correctly. And I drove my car really poorly right there. Normally I focus much more on reading the chat than I do playing, so I get a lot of bad runs and shifts because I'm trying to talk and play and stuff at the same time, so I suck at driving. But I really hope they don't release more Legends cars. That sounds awful. 3, 2, 1, go. I do not like Legends. Ooh, that Supra looks sweet in orange. I love it. I love it in orange. I could probably make my Mark IV Supra look a lot like the Fast and Furious Supra without the decals, but... William D says, multitasking is not easy. Yeah, some people are excellent at it. I'm just kind of so-so at it, so... So Connor, have you never got the weekly Elite Cup or what? Like, have you never seen it? Like, it just doesn't ever show up on the map for you, or? If that's the case, you might need to contact game support. You got to contact game support and be like, "Hey, I've never got a weekly Elite Cup." Maybe they can look at your profile and see what's going on. I would also tell them what kind of device you're running, because sometimes that can make a pretty big difference as well. Man, that guy smoked me. Sir, come back. William D, I don't think the Jesco has a low performance point setup either. Oh, I got a really crappy run on that one. That was bad. But yeah, if you're not getting the weekly Elite Cup, I have no idea why that would be. Now, I don't know if you have to get to like a certain rank before you unlock that. I mean, you do really have to be in a crew to do it. Now, if you're not in a crew, I don't know if you get that on your map. I never thought about that because, I mean, I've been on a crew for 8 years, so that started... I've been in the same crew for 8 years or so. And I've never been out of a crew, so I would imagine I mean, that's kind of a crew thing. So if you're not in a crew, maybe you don't get the weekly Elite Cup. But if you are in a crew, it should be there on the days that it's available. Sky says the red is a good live racer. Ah, Eddie would like to see a Gran Torino. What's up, Eddie? You know, I can understand that. That would be a cool car to have in the game. I really wish they would start adding more old hot rods and more muscle cars in. I mean, they've slowly been adding a few here and there, but I would like to see a bunch of muscle cars and a bunch of hot rods. Alright, Eddie says you have to have the Supra maxed out to finish the dress to press. Pretty much. I mean, you got to have it really, really close. So to finish the event for the Supra, you do have to get it up to 5 purple stars, which means you got to make sure you max it out on the elite tokens. Now, you may not need to have it 100% maxed on the fusion parts in stage 6. You might be able to get away with missing a couple of parts, but you're going to need to have it pretty close to maxed out. You will need to have it very highly upgraded, plus get it up to purple stars to, you know, beat the Elite Tuners events that use the Supra. But if you're missing like 1 stage 6 and a couple of fusions, or maybe 2 stage 6 and a couple of fusions, you might be able to get through it still. Like, I guess it really just depends on which parts you have, because I mean, some stage 6 parts do more than others, so there's a lot of variables in the combination of parts that you do have. But just remember, you're probably going to need to have it very close to maxed out. Not 100%, but close. And you do have to have the purple stars to finish that. So it takes a little while. It's a little bit of a pain, honestly. Muhammad wants a 570S. I think we do have a couple of those in the game. I think we got a 570S in this game. We got a couple of cool McLarens. Some of the McLarens in this game are really good. Some of them suck, but I know the McLaren, the Elite Tuners McLaren, that's a really good car. I really like that one. That one's really good. Eddie, you're welcome, buddy. Alright, come on. Alright. Let me change my launch a little bit. Let me see if maybe I need to launch a little sooner or a little later. Or it could just be the fact that I suck, or I'm playing on the emulator. Something is holding me back here on my times. Yes, I do have all the stage 6 on my Supra is 100% maxed out. Alright, let's try this. 3, 2, 1, go. So there I launched a little bit later. That guy still beat me up. He still got me. .106. That did not run as good. Let me try and launch a little earlier, I guess. William D says, you may have reached the wall. Yeah, but the thing is, when you got a completely maxed out car, there really shouldn't be a wall, but it still feels like there is sometimes. Try this. 3, 2, 1, go. Sometimes, I don't know. There are also a lot of people who I think use a macro recorder. They go until they get a really good run, and then they just set at the launch button. They hit a button and it just shifts the car for them. And they run these really good times. Ooh, that didn't work out either. Alright, Max says going into 4th is wrong. I should be going into 3rd. Max, thank you, buddy. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see what we get there. Let's see what we got. $7.032. That wasn't too bad. Brandon says the only car I haven't got is the Indy Huna truck. That's a really cool vehicle, actually. The Indy truck's pretty sweet. I got one, and I'm actually, anytime I buy a race pass, I'm trying to use the Universal Fusion parts from that to put on the Indy truck. I don't know why, but I want to max the Indy truck out. I'm not even sure I'll ever use it maxed out, but I just want it to be maxed out for some weird reason. I mean, it is the fastest car in the game, but I don't know. I mean, most of the time I drive live racing cars, right? I don't even know why I want to max the Indy truck. There's really no point in doing that, but yeah, I don't know. I want it to. I want it. I want it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, okay. Max, thanks, buddy. You're right. Going into 4th wasn't the way to do it. I appreciate that. Brandon says, well said, Danny. Well said. Yeah, I mean, most of my cars, I set them up on low upgrades. I throw a couple of parts on there. I live race them a lot. And I don't need most of my cars to be upgraded highly. Unless you're doing a showdown or some sort of an event that requires you to have X amount of parts on the car to get through it. Those are really the only times when it matters if your car is maxed out or not, for the most part. It's kind of a weird deal on this game, honestly. Kind of a weird deal. Max says 3rd at 3,400 RPMs. 3,400. Man. That's hard to pay attention to. We'll live stream. Alright. Let me pay attention. Let's really pay attention to this run and see what we can get. 3,400, he says. 3,400. So right in between 3 and 4, which should be close. All right. So 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third nitrous. Oh, I was too slow. I was too slow. I suck. I suck. William D says the Indy truck is good for bot racing. How do you find bots with it? Did you find like a specific tune that makes it hit bots? Oh man, I'm out of stuff. I'm out of stuff. All right, hold on. Let me get more stuff. I gotta buy more stuff. All right, we got more stuff. All right, Skies has the truck maxed out. It's a good live racer, also not maxed. I mean, I guess if you had it maxed out and you drove it really well, you could beat everybody in the game because you're the fastest car in the game. So technically, if you max it, the only people that are going to be able to beat you is somebody hacking the game, I suppose. Unless you drive it crappy, right? If you're a bad driver, then yeah, you might get beat by other vehicles. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, I think we got him. That was really close to the way I should shift it. It's really hard to pay attention to getting good shifts and speaking with you guys. There we got a 6.998. So if I really pay attention to what I'm doing, I might get some better runs, but then I wouldn't be able to chat with you guys. So if I get crappy runs, so be it. Mr. Nobody says, why are you late shifting? What do you mean by late shifting? You mean shifting right before the red line? That's actually what this car likes. It likes to shift right. So perfect starts are good on cars that aren't maxed out or don't have any parts on them. But once you start upgrading your cars, those shift lights go out the window, and I don't even know why they bothered to put those in the game if they don't actually work. So it's kind of goofy. Most of these cars have weird, wacky shift patterns that don't really make sense, so there shouldn't even be shift lights. If that's not the time you should actually shift to get the fastest time on a car, they shouldn't even put those on there. They should remove those. I mean, most of the time you don't even want to get your... I mean, on this car, you might want to get a start that's kind of close to perfect, but on a lot of cars you don't. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Guys, never live races in the Hyper Lobby. Yeah, you know, I don't really like the Hypermax Lobby personally. I'm not a fan of it. I mean, some people like it. McVen says, because this game is weird. Yeah, this game is weird. Hey, Gary, thanks, buddy. How you doing today? Hope you're doing awesome. All right. Ooh, this is going to be a close... Ooh, I got it. Wait. Ooh, oh. I like when races are really close like that. It's more fun when you're not sure who's going to cross the finish line first. But the majority of the cars, once you start upgrading them, you want to shift right on red line. It's weird. It's a very strange deal that doesn't make any sense. I think I don't know about like a car like this. Like in real life, if you had a really highly upgraded car, I'm not sure if shifting on the red line would make it faster and slower. But I know on my car, you know, if you hit the rev limiter or wait too long to shift, it slows it down. So I don't know. My car, like my real cars that were stick shifts in the past, they didn't like you hitting the red line. I'll tell you that. Maybe like 1,000 RPMs before the red line, but if you want much more than that, they would run slower. 3, 2, 1, go. But I've never actually had like a really highly upgraded car either. So I've had some like Civic hatchbacks with some modifications, but I've never had one that was like, you know, a full like crazy expensive drag car, you know. I've never been able to afford that, so. I know those super bikes, though, they got like 9,000 bazillion RPM engines. They're like, those things are crazy. 3, 2, 1, go. What I hate is driving on the highway and somebody on a super bike that's flooring it flies past you. It's so loud and it scares the crap out of you. It's just like, jump up out of your seat. Oh, man. I hate dealing with those super bikes. All right. How can someone earn all the trophies in the Showdown? So this is the thing about Showdown. The matchmaking goes by the amount of trophies you have and not how fast your car is. So you have to have the fastest car available for the Showdown. You have to have that car 100% maxed out. And then you have to drive it better than the next guy. So if you don't have the fastest car, you're never going to get to the top. Or if you suck at driving it, then you're never going to get to the top either. So every Showdown has one car that beats all the rest of them. So you have to get that car, max it out, and drive it better than everybody else to get to the very top. Showdowns are kind of rough, honestly. Showdowns are rough. It's very rare that I have the best car upgraded. I shifted into second too fast there, I think. Or shifted into third too fast there. That was a good race. Yes, I wasn't sure if I was going to get that one or not. Nice, nice. But yeah, I mean, bottom line is, you also got some people who add extra parts to their car on some showdowns, and unfortunately, you're never going to beat those people. Some people will cheat to get an advantage over other players, and that always sucks, but what can you do, right? Yeah, Mr. Nobody, I haven't driven that car in years, so I don't really remember, but I do think I have a video, or somebody will have a video for that car on YouTube to show you how to drive it. Yeah, I haven't really messed with those in a long time. There's also several little tier 3 BMWs. Some of them are better than others, but a couple of those BMWs they added like 2 years ago or a year ago or whenever it was, some of those were actually really good little tier 3 cars. I think there is more than one tier 3 M4 though, if I remember correctly, but yeah, some of them are super good. Some of them are just kind of okay, but generally in this game, tier 3 cars kind of suck. But they have added a couple of really nice ones in lately. Like the tier 3 Honda is good. Some of those tier 3 BMWs is good. What else did they add in tier 3 that was good? I think there was something else they added that was really nice not too long ago. Oh, that was a close race. Hey Goku, what's up my man? How's your day going? Am I going to get the V12 Lambo? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think I really have... You know what? Let me look at it, but I don't think I have enough parts on any of the cars required. I don't want to spend about 40... I don't really want to spend 40 million game cash to get that Lambo. I'm not really sure how good the Lambo is, but I'm gonna be trying to work on a shift pattern for that probably tomorrow. Tomorrow or Sunday. Today is what, Friday? So Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, I should have time to get a shift pattern video for that out. But I don't think I can really do it without spending a huge amount of my game cash. I'm so stingy with my resources, right? I would have to fall in love with this car. So I would have to get the Vector, which I don't have. That's the thing. I don't really have the cars available or the parts. Basically. See, none of those are even upgraded. So for me, that's a pass. I'm not going to bother with it. But I will get on the content account and make a video on how to drive that here in a couple of days. I'm going to try and get it out before the event starts. I might even be able to have some time to do it tonight if everything goes well. Right now, I got some car problems going on, like in real life, so I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it tonight, but hopefully if everything goes well, I'll get a video out for that car like tomorrow. That's my goal, is to get a video for that car tomorrow. But yeah, my car has got a bad alternator and we've been having some issues. It's pretty lousy. Like we bought a rebuilt alternator, right? Installed it, and then we found out the little plastic clips, like the little wiring harness, wouldn't clip onto it. Then we found out somebody just assembled it wrong. The little thing where the wires clip on was too far over and it was butted up against the metal, so whoever rebuilt the alternator assembled it incorrectly and the clips wouldn't fit. So then we had to take it back off and go get a new one. Oh, it's been a nightmare. There's more to it than that. It's been a nightmare getting an alternator for a car. I mean, terrible. Terrible. Anyways, like with the autoimmune disease I have, I can't really lift or do much because my muscles and nerves are so messed up, but so I got somebody who's been helping me with it, and like the main, I'm able to help them out a little bit, but At this point, we finally got a alternator that looks good. Looks like everything fits on it just fine, so. So after the stream, we're probably going to work on that. Mr. Nobody says, what's your job? Actually, all right, so with my muscle and nerve problems, I can't do very much. But I run several YouTube channels, and that's how I make a living, so. Like, I currently have 3 monetized YouTube channels, and then I have a couple more that maybe someday will get monetized. I don't know, but it's a lot of work. I mean, I put over 100 hours a week into the YouTube channels. It's crazy, but it's fun, so. Yeah, I got a 2005 Toyota Corolla. That's what I drive in real life at the moment. Morgan, yeah, I got the Back to the Future car. It's actually pretty cool. Did you get one? I like it. Yeah, even when I live stream, I lay down. Like, I laid down the live stream because I can't even sit in a chair very long. It sucks. Having muscle and nerve problems is not a lot of fun. 3, 2, 1. But luckily, I was able to monetize a couple of YouTube channels, and luckily, I really enjoyed doing it. Hey, Dark, what's going on, my man? What's up, Joel? I'm actually missing one of the cars for the Lambo events. And the ones I do have aren't upgraded at all, so. I'm not even sure if I have enough stage 6 parts to put on those cars. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You got to have enough fusions, enough stage 6 parts. You got to dump 7 million game cash into each one. So those events aren't exactly cheap most of the time. Personally, it would have to be a car that I really want before I would bother to do that. Thing with this game is those events can cost you several $100s to finish, and there's a new event popping up constantly, so your average person that's going to pay money for events, you got to be really picky and choosy as to which ones you do, because most of us can't drop $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 every time an event pops up on the map, so you got to be really picky and choosy. Jay says, I hope your YouTube channels blow up. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate that. I wish they did too. Like my little audio and review channel, like I've mainly been reviewing like microphones and stuff. I get a lot of companies that send me free stuff to review, which is cool, but I might start trying to branch out into things other than just microphones to review on that channel, because even like some of the biggest microphone channel on YouTube, he basically said his views have dropped down significantly over the years. It's not really as popular as it used to be, so I might just try and start reviewing other stuff. Like I recently found out you can get these great sounding $20 and $30 in-ear monitors that sound really good, so. And they're constantly coming out with new cheap ones. I see a lot of people getting like 600,000 views, 800,000 views for reviewing some of those. So I bought a couple of sets of cheap in-ear monitors. So I'm going to try and do some reviews on those and see how they go. But am I married? No, not married. I'm single. Nobody's there to tell me what to do. Nobody to say, take out the trash. Wash the dishes. Go rake the yard. You know, I don't have to deal with that. Being single is kind of nice. Neto, what kind of emulator? I actually use LD Player. So far, it's the best one that I've found. But I mean, there's a lot of really good emulators out there. I mean, this is the one I normally use because whatever game I throw on it seems to be working well on it. BlueStacks, that gave me a lot of problems, especially for this game, so I don't use BlueStacks. But I haven't really used Nox or Mimu or any of those other ones in a long time, so I don't know how they're currently running, but generally generally LD player does a really good job for me. Sky says the Invincible is decent. Yeah, you know, the Lamborghini Invincible wasn't too bad. I don't remember loving it, but I don't think I disliked it either. It seemed like a pretty decent car from what I remember. Oh, I shifted wrong again. I messed it all up. Max, are you saying the new car is similar to the Invincible? You think it's just kind of a reskin? I wouldn't be surprised if it was a reskin. So I guess Max was on there playing with it already. So Max probably tested it out. Did you put a video out for it yet? Max might have a video for that car. If you guys aren't familiar with Max the Gamer, he also makes great CSR2 racing videos. Between me and Max, and maybe like Zoocar and a couple of other channels, you can find any information you need. Ever says, for one moment, I think you use BlueStacks. Last time I was trying to get this game to open on BlueStacks, all I got was a black screen and I couldn't get the game to open. So that was a while ago. Maybe the game's working on BlueStacks again, but I've always had more problems with that one. I don't like it. Well, I don't like it. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh man, I messed up my shift pattern again. Morgan says, I appreciate being single when my married friends are always squabbling over dumb stuff. You know, that's the thing. I only know one person that's married that's actually happily married. Pretty much all of my friends that got married, it's just they're always fighting with somebody. Oh yeah, you know, can't do this. The wife said, you know, it's always something. Most of my single friends are much more happy. Mr. Nobody said you could try other games that are trending on YouTube. Thing is though, like I have a CSR racing channel, right? If I play something else, my YouTube has already figured out that this channel is about CSR racing. So when you start playing other games, it can sometimes take months to get YouTube to understand that you're changing content. So just trying to switch from one game to another, unless your current viewers are into it, it's a pain in the butt. Some people say you're almost better off making a new channel completely. The other thing is, this game and the War Robots game that I do have gaming channels for, I have to put so much time into those, I don't really have time to play other stuff as well. So another thing is, like, this game's really easy to make content for because there's so many new things, there's so many new cars, so many new events. Like, it's so easy to make daily videos for a game like this. To where a lot of games, I mean, it's like, what would you make content about constantly? Like, if I were to play like Call of Duty, I mean, there's only so many videos you can make about that unless you're just saying, hey, come watch me play the game type of thing. So I don't know. On a game like this, I can offer people information, how to do stuff, information on a daily basis. So it's easy. I'm not an extremely creative person, right? I think if I had like a Call of Duty channel, I'd probably have to be like one of the best players to really be able to attract people to it. On the War Robots game, I can show people, like, you can build, there's hundreds of robots, hundreds of different sets of weapons, different combinations of stuff. So I can just make builds and show people builds that I like on that game. So it's easy to make daily content for that game as well. So it's kind of hard to find games that are easy to make content before. I don't know. Eddie, you out of here? If so, have a great day. Alright, so we only got a couple more minutes left on the stream, everybody. Our stream time is almost up for the day. Stream time is just about up today. Hey, Lemuel, how are you doing today? Lemuel, what car are you using for Tempest there? But generally for Tempest, if you want to finish Tempest 3, you're definitely going to need to have most of the fusion parts, unless you're running the Rocket Bunny Miata. That one doesn't require any stage 6 parts, I don't think. Morgan says Brawl Stars is kind of interesting. You know, I don't really like Brawl Stars, but I was actually playing a very similar game called West Legends. And before I started making CSR2 videos, I started making West Legends videos. And then I made a couple of videos for this game, and people started watching it. So that's kind of what happened. At first I was, you know, on this channel. When I started this channel, I was just posting stuff for fun occasionally for years and years and years. One day I said I'm going to start reviewing video games on YouTube. So I started reviewing mobile games. I made a few videos for West Legends, which is a lot like Brawl Stars. But when Brawl Stars came out, everybody abandoned West Legends and went to Brawl Stars. But one day I made a CSR racing video and it got a whole bunch of views. I'm like, that's pretty cool. So I made another one. I got a bunch of views and I just started making CSR2 videos at that point. Alright, Max says similar but not exactly the same. Sky says my kids play Brawl Stars. Yeah, I don't know. It's a cool little game. I mean, it's fun and all, but it's not something I could personally like play all day long. It does seem kind of like a kid's game, I think. War Robots came out with a game called Little Big Robots, which is basically it's just like Brawl Stars, but it's little robots. So I think there's several games out there that are very similar to Brawl Stars. I actually forgot about Little Big Robots. I wonder if they still have that out there. Wait, what about Ping in the Cup? I don't know what you're talking about there. Alright, look how you guys made me read the chat, and look what happened. I lost a race. Man! Mr. Nobody, have a great day, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Catch you later. But yeah, Lemuel needs more bronze keys, right? So if you're trying to figure out how to get more bronze keys, you just kind of got to play the game, right? Live racing, a couple times a day you can get bronze keys from live racing. Do your daily battles, sometimes those give out keys. Do all your little daily races. I mean, bottom line is daily races, live racing a couple times a day, and some other normal stuff like that. Neto, thank you, buddy. It says, welcome to loyal membership. Thank you, thank you. But bronze keys are something that you will get a lot of, but they kind of slowly acquire. Unless you're spending money to buy them, you're not going to get a whole bunch of bronze keys quickly. So this game does take a lot of patience. But if you play daily and you put some time into it, the bronze keys will slowly acquire. I would say in about 4 months, I probably make about 20,000. I would say 20,000 bronze keys probably takes me 4 to 5 months, maybe 4 to 6 months, depending on how much time I'm putting into the game. So it's not a fast process to get bronze keys, but it's not really a slow process either, according to a lot of stuff in the game. Guys, Are you out of here? If so, have a great day. Unfortunately, our stream time is about up. I gotta go help the guy fixing my car here in a minute, so gotta put the he's gotta pull the tensioner back, and I gotta put the belt on the car, so for the alternator. He should probably be ready for me to do that here in a few minutes, because I told him I would be done with my stream around 1, so. Unfortunately, my back's all spazzing up, so I need to get up and move around anyways, and then I gotta go help him fix the car, and hopefully if I get time, I'll have a chance later to record something for that Lamborghini. I think I'll be able to squeeze that in tonight or tomorrow, so be expecting me to get a shift pattern video out for that probably tonight or tomorrow. More than likely tomorrow morning I'll get it out. I'm not really sure, but I'll do my best to get that out for you guys. Anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for coming out to my crazy live stream. I appreciate you guys so much. Wait, Neto, what about mods on Discord helping you out? Are you having some sort of problem on Discord? What do you mean, bud? If you or any of the mods can help out on Discord, I would appreciate it. Did you ask a question on Discord? What's going on? Oh, you're trying to get connected to the line group. Gotcha. All right, if you're on my Discord server, I'll post something. I'll try and post the link again. I'm not really sure why it's not working. Oh, no one's answered it yet. Okay. We'll check it out, bud. We will check it out. William D, can you check out the line group? Are you talking Discord or line? Because the recruitment thing's online. I'm confused. I'm having a brain fart here. I'm sorry. But I know we had a couple of spots open. We had a couple people interested, but... Oh, you sent the message on Discord. Okay. I'll try and figure it out there. Okay, on the recruitment group. Gotcha. I'll look in there in a bit. So, anyways, I'm my brain's having a fart here. I'm sorry. So yeah, you tried line, but it says the group does not exist. Let me try and repost the link to our line room on the Discord and see if it works for you there. I'll post that in the recruitment room on my Discord. I'm not sure why that's not working, but let me try and do that. As soon as the stream ends, I'll get the link again. I'll post it in my Discord and see if that works, because that's weird. That's weird that it didn't work. It might have just been like a weird error or something. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll try and get you in there. And thank you for becoming a channel member. I appreciate you guys and gals that are channel members. Thank you. But unfortunately, I got to get going for the day. You guys and gals are awesome. Have a wonderful day, and we will catch you next time. All right? Goodbye, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you a lot. Thank you for watching my videos and everything else. See ya.